Greetings. This is Willman live for 6:09 p.m. from Toledo, Ohio, 2016. How's everybody doing? We're all still here in the third dimension on this rock, flying round and around through space, orbiting something called the sun that provides us light, vitamin D, sunlight, something we need to survive and strive, right? It helps us live. It provides our plants the nutrients to turn the crops that we yield into nutrients for our bodies and for animals and every everything else, all those natural preservatives and things that are created from the stuff we grow. And it's great. Well, this third day of fall, and I'm already feeling a bit under the weather. Uh, Usually every time this year I get sick pretty easily, viruses and stuff going around and people having the flu, germs. But I mean, come on, it's the third day. The weather change has just barely started. It's just a little breezy out today. It's actually quite a nice day out. And I'm miserable. I got a sore throat, snotty nose. I really can't even think straight. My body doesn't want to function. I don't know if it's the chemtrails. Well, it can't be the chemtrails, guys, because I'm looking outside and it's clear sky. But the sun's about to set soon, so I'm sure they'll have their clouds rolling in any minute now. Oh man, yeah. So it'll be day 5 on the Charlotte, North Carolina protests. If they're doing anything tonight, it'll probably start going down in about 3 hours when it gets dark. They always like to wait till nighttime. They come out of the shadows and do their thing. But it's really sad what happened over there in Charlotte. A man was apparently sitting in his car. Uh, the family says he was reading a book, and police were in the area trying to serve a warrant to another person. And instead, they found this man and demanded that he get out of the vehicle. And he didn't comply, so it seems that they broke the glass, possibly took the man out of the vehicle, and then asked him to drop the weapon for a few seconds, and it seems that the police opened fire on the man and fired his weapon about 3 times, I want to say, and the man was then on the ground being handcuffed. They say he died. Now they released some footage of the wife of the man. She recorded a few moments of the incident. The footage was shown by NBC News, and it was exclusive, I guess. I went ahead and viewed the footage myself, and well, I don't know. The camera was a bit shaky because she had some adrenaline running through her veins. Uh, Nobody likes dealing with the police, especially if you are African American color. So she just kept jumping back and forth from one side of the yard, sort of to the other side of the yard, and really there's trees and cars in the way of a real clear shot. But if you go ahead and take the footage and slow it down to frame by frame rate, that's about 3 frames per second. 0.33 is what I think it is. I use VLC video viewer. You'll see what I'm talking about. It'll the shakiness goes away, and you start to develop the real picture here. Man was in a vehicle. We took him out of the vehicle, and it seems that he was standing there with his hands down, from what I see. And then, of course, the camera goes out of frame, and she's pointed down at the ground as the police officer opens fire. So we're not too sure from her view that what they gave us exactly what happened still. So my guess is there's going to be more rioting, I shouldn't say rioting, sorry, protesting until the police footage is released. And I can tell you right now, they might not have been wearing body cams, but the one vehicle, the one police car that you see in the widest footage that pulls up, that's a newer cop car, and I guarantee you there's about 9 cameras on the car, probably even microphones as well. So that's bullshit. They should release the footage, and the people have a right to know that their tax dollars are being wasted on these police officers that are not properly trained. It all goes back to the training and the mentality they're giving these young men and women that are going through these academies right now. And it's sort of sad, you know. I once had a thoughtful mindset of a career in law enforcement, and no, not today. My ideas have changed, and it sucks, you know. It's 2016, you know. We're in a different day and age, and it's getting real, guys. Um, I'll share with you some things here. Hey there, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I got some throaty shit going on here. I get a kick out of that. It's the Muppet Show. Yeah, I can't really do my voices today because my throat's all messed up. But yeah, anyway, yeah, you can see the sun beaming through. So, like I said, I'm sure those chemtrails will bring some clouds to cover that stuff up real quick. Anyway, yeah, screen share real quick here. Okay, this was something I didn't know. All right, so this is the one image I took. Its frame cycle is from the 51-second marker in, and I believe two frames in from the 51-second marker. It might be the first 51-second marker, but either way, go ahead and show you here. Make sure I'm presenting to everyone. All right. So, like I said, this is a snap of the NBC footage released. The wife of the man shot in North Carolina. You see, he's standing right here. in front of this cop car, behind this truck. The wife is off in the grass in the front yard, I'm guessing. This is a cop that, oh, you know what? Sorry guys, I was on the wrong screen. So this is the man, Keith. He he's standing here. This is after they broke the glass and got him out of the vehicle, I guess. I couldn't really make that part of the video out, but this police officer has been standing here for the majority of the video up until this point. Now, in another screenshot I think I saved, you'll see another police officer on this side of the vehicle. There might even be two. You really can't tell because this is the best angle we get here until the man unfortunately gets shot. But what you can see here is he is out of the vehicle and looks unthreatening to me. I don't see, this image does not show any threateningness to me. Are you guys seeing that? He's standing there. Now the way I know this is him is you go ahead and look at all the images on the social medias and everything. He's wearing the blue pants when he's being, on the ground. I'll show you in a minute. He's wearing gray shirt, blue pants. Looks like a white hat even. Now, it's unclear if there's anything really in his hands from this image. I understand that, but his hands are down. He seems to be facing in this direction. And as you can see here, this officer is still pointing his gun here. So go ahead and that was a cop car I was talking about that pulls up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to live VLC thing won't. Great. Alright, what I'll have to do is okay guys, bear with me for 1 second here. So as you can see, or just saw, he didn't seem to have what I consider a weapon, or even being remotely violent in any way. So that's just what the footage shows. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video now. Okay, so are you seeing this now? This is after he's been shot. Here you see the officer in the red. He was the one behind the side of that white truck. Now it's still unclear to me which vehicle the man was sitting in, because I don't see any broken glass anywhere. Honestly, I can't tell if it was this van or this Looks to be an explorer. So if anybody else can understand or can relay that to me, I truly don't know which vehicle he was in. All I can make out was here. I'll show it to you. Okay. Now again, this was released by NBC News, but I believe that you know this should be shared. All right. So here you see I have it slowed down. There's the police officer behind the white truck. There seems to be another police officer here. There seems to be another police officer here. You can see they all have weapons in their hands, pointing. Seems to be in this direction. Now keep in mind that other police car has not pulled up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and say that he is in the van. Yeah. Yep. See how he's backing up? Where is he going? He's backing up. Now again, guys, these officers were en route to serve a warrant to another person in the area. You can tell these are apartments. This is in a university in North Carolina. So multiple people live in this area. Okay, so we're 6 seconds into the video still. Like I said, guys, this is frame by frame because I want you to see what's really going on here. He's still standing there, just sort of chilling, waiting. The other cop disappeared. I think he came from around this side, came back over here with the other cop. Or maybe he's coming over here. We still haven't got that other cop to show up yet. He's coming. He's gonna pull up real quick here. Now keep in mind, after that cop car pulls up, gets out, they're gonna break the glass, take him out of the car, and he's gonna be standing right here. Okay? The victim. Keith. Now it's gonna seem that he's looking towards this white car. And then he gets shot, and I'm not sure still who ends up shooting him, which officer, but he ends up laying this way, as you'll see it towards the end of the video. Make sure we're still streaming here. I don't know if I'm violating anything by showing you guys this. Let me see. I mean, brought it out. So if it's good enough for the main media, which it's not really, because you never know what the main media is really pushing at you. But the wife recorded this footage, so I believe it's important to show it to the people. They won't release the dash cam footage. Okay, here it is. Seems to be a Ford. I'm guessing it's a Ford. Gun, in the unbelievable, the gun, drop the fucking gun. Alright, so see, cops are talking about drop a gun instantly. They're saying drop a gun. They don't even know what's going on. The man is in a van. He's in a car. You can't see that now because this cop just pulls up. Yep, look, it's a Ford. Okay, so We know that this is at least a 2014 Ford. I'm guessing. It's got at least 9 cameras on it. Let's see, back camera. It might at least have a dash camera, alright? I'm hoping. If not, this is the footage we're stuck with, and we may never truly know what really transpired then, because, well, either way. Alright, so here you see the wife has made it to the back of these two vehicles. She's trying to get a clear shot of what's going on. But again, she's frantic, okay? Her husband is being harassed by police officers who have their weapons drawn at him. So she doesn't really know what to do. She's just doing what a natural person would do, is bust out their phone and start recording to have evidence in case anything happens. And unfortunately, something did happen here, guys. A man was, was shot and taken from us. And too many people are dying these days, man. All different events, all different ways. I live in Toledo, Ohio, and I wake up and watch the news, every day, and at least 1 to 3 people are shot or dead. It's an ongoing event. It's not stopping. It's sad. So here you see officers backed up to their vehicle, probably getting on the radio, calling for backup, and or getting, well, they might be getting the tool to break the window out. And it's hard to tell because, of course, the cops always leave their goddamn doors open. This is probably an undercover vehicle right here that they used for the sting that they were trying to serve the warrant. This is North Carolina, so there's a lot of mountain terrain. They gotta have, you know, 4-wheel drives and bigger engines. Look at this bitch is a dually. I mean, come on. So they got this, and they probably got that car there, and that white truck over there. Probably all 3 unmarkers. Fucking bullshit. So again, this is the footage released by NBC, I think yesterday, 23rd, of the Charlotte, North Carolina incident where a man was fatally shot by police who were serving a warrant in the nearby area for another man. Footage here captured by the wife of the victim, and it's being shown to you at a frame-by-frame rate because this is the only way you can truly see what was captured. Okay, here you see the police officers breaking the glass, I guess, getting. I have the volume turned down because it's useless. It's going so slow that there's no real volume. Yeah, I'll turn it up, but so here you can still see the cops. They're telling him to drop the gun repeatedly. That's all they basically say is come out of the car, drop the gun. Well, the wife's telling him to come out of the car, and cops are telling him to drop the gun. So it's sort of confusing to me. But all right, so 20 seconds in, they still got him surrounded and pinned in the car. they're gonna break the glass here. This is when they tell, she's trying to inform the officers that he has TBI. Yeah, some kind of brain malfunction. Okay, notice here, car number 744. Go ahead and call a police station and ask them if they have dash cam footage on car number 744. See what they say. Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Car number 744. We demand to see the footage from this vehicle. So this is the spot where you're going to see him standing here in a second. In about 30 seconds. Really about 20 some seconds. Now it's unclear whose vehicles this is here. I'm guessing it's regular residents in the apartment complex. Here you see that van. The door's open. He's got his gun pointed in this direction. You see that? He's got his gun pointed this way. So I'm not too sure. Okay, right there. You see he's making eye contact with the woman? He's looking over at the woman, recording the video right now. That's what he's doing. You're going to see here in a second, the other officer over here. Okay, see, he's starting to make I think he probably signals the cop over here too. So my guess is the victim is in the van. Still telling him to drop the gun. Okay. This is 10 seconds later. She's telling him, don't let them break the window. Come out of the car. So maybe he is an explorer over here. Oh, sorry. She's going. Oh, shit. Sorry guys, I forgot what window I was sharing here. So yeah, you see the cop's still got his gun pointed. This is when she's starting to get a little more worried and she's trying to figure out which angle she should really, because she doesn't want to run up on him and they might shoot her too, right? Oh, I have this in front. Okay, sorry guys. There you go. Okay, so here he is, still pointing the gun in this direction. He's got to be in that one explorer then. 40 seconds in. Now she's saying, Keith, don't do it. She's got about 3 or 4 phrases she says throughout this whole thing. It's, I don't know, guys. Alright, so here he is. He's got his gun drawn. But it doesn't seem to be pointing at anything. It just seems to be ready to go. like he's just waiting. He's not really aiming it. You see what I mean? Where the other cop is actually full on aiming it forward. He's just sort of holding it there in front of his chest. So, not too sure. Now they're clicking. See, they're about to break the glass. At least that's what it sounds like. But yeah, I don't see any glass remnants on the ground. So let's see what we see here. Again, this is frame by frame footage of a man shot in North Carolina just a couple days ago. The footage was recorded by the victim's wife here on the side lawn curb. Okay, here you see this cop over here. He's still pointing his weapon in this direction. And you keep seeing this click click sound. Not too sure what the click click was. Alright, so he must be in this vehicle, right guys? Alright, so when it starts to get shaky, it's 43 seconds in. She's pointing the camera at the ground. She's getting nervous. Here you see her shadow. Okay, head, torso, arms, thighs. That's a woman figure. So this is definitely a female, definitely his wife recording this. So we can't false flag her. It's definitely real setting because fall has started. Leaves are falling. They're changing colors. Alright, she's ran back. She looks like she's stepped backwards away from the whole scene. Maybe she's thinking about getting all the way around, walking all the way to the other side. Either way, she's sort of stumbling around, sort of franticking. All the while, the cops are just sort of pointing their weapons at the man in the vehicle, breaking the glass. I mean, if he was, brain ill, terminally TBI, I'm not too sure what that means, but he has no, recollection of what's truly going on. And if you just see men pointing weapons at you, and you're not doing anything wrong, we still don't really know, Now she's telling him not to do it. Keith, don't you do it. Well, what is she telling him not to do? It's the dialogue of this whole video is odd. I think that's what I think. It's unfortunate. I understand she was in a frantic mode. Here you see she's behind the vehicles now, thinking about maybe going between the vehicles or completely around the vehicle, but she changes her mind. She pans back over to the right. Here you see some trees. All right, here's another. See, it's an apartment complex, guys. There's one, two, probably a third one here that she lives in. And this is just a little swivel road that dead ends in front of this apartment complex. Okay? So, probably a cul-de-sac area. So they literally have him surrounded. He wasn't running nowhere, doing nothing. He was sitting in a car, guys. They have him surrounded. They literally must have thought he was the guy they were trying to serve the warrant to. That's the only thing I could assume. But this is just bad policemanship all the way around. Okay, here you see she focuses back on. All right, there it is. So you really couldn't make it out, but through that whole time, they must have busted out the window and got the suspect. At this point, he's the suspect, right? I'm still calling him the victim. Got the victim out of the vehicle, and he's just standing there. Now, how do I know this is the victim? Because he's wearing these blue pants, all right? That's what I focus on, the blue pants. Well, then, the guns are drawn towards him. Seems to be wearing a white hat and a gray shirt. Now, keep in mind, they keep saying drop the gun, don't you do it. He has his arms down by his waist on his side. So when the footage gets choppy, you see this officer, he's got a stiffer stance now. Got his knees sort of crouched. Got his hands ready to pull the trigger. Throws the camera away. Not physically, but she's facing the phone down towards the ground. This is frame 53. Again, my screenshot was at 51. That's what you saw him just standing there. You can go to the beginning of this video and see that. Guess I could show it to you. No, I'm not going to do that. Just rewind the video, guys. Watch it from the beginning. Hell, like the video. Subscribe to my channel. I really don't care. I'm just doing this because an innocent man, I believe, was shot. And I just want to dissect the footage that they're giving us since they won't release the dash cam footage because it'll cause more protesting than you think. That's what the police said. So this is what we're left with. Wishy-washy footage that I had to slow down and give to you frame by frame just so we could really see what was captured here. Now she's cursing. Okay, so the shots were released and the victim was struck. And, well, my guess is he fell to the ground all within 4 seconds. Okay, remember that frame I showed you was at 51. This frame's at 55. I believe the shots were released at 52. So, yeah, this all happened pretty quick, guys. It just seems slow because we're watching at 0.33 seconds per frame. Now she's asking, did you shoot him? She's realizing, 2 seconds later that they just released fire. That's why she backed up real quick. As you can see, she's stepping backwards now, and now forwards again to really see what's going on. I mean, if you hear gunshots, you're gonna walk away from the gunshots, even if it was her husband. But so again, now she's freaking out because she thinks that they shot him. She gets back up here. She's still, trying to. Okay, here we see maybe one officer standing here. It's hard to make out because they put subtitles here. Like why? Could have put them up here. I don't work for the news media. I don't make those choices. All right, so here you definitely can make a figure. Again, that officer's gone from the truck. My guess is they're all sort of huddled around him at this point, because he's been shot and probably sort of squirming on the ground because he's reacting to being shot. And being shot's not fun, so especially if you have a brain issue. It's like the most traumatic experience ever, I would imagine. So yeah, she gets closer. It's a minute 6 into the video. She's really pissed at this point, and she's expressing that with her words. You see this cop still sort of kneeled over, putting handcuffs on. Officer here. This is the one that was standing over here by the truck. With his gun drawn, sort of nonchalant like for a while, and then when he was just when the victim was just standing right here, he seemed to get a little bit more aggressive with his weapon. And I believe he might have been the one who shot him. Shot him. It's hard to tell from this footage though. So really just sitting around waiting for the dash cam footage here, guys. I mean, I don't know, do you see anything in here right here? Is there anything in there that we could insinuate as a dash cam? Go ahead. I always forget where the button is underneath. Alright. Oh. Come on. Take a snapshot. I'll blow that up for us later, guys. I'm running out of daylight here in Toledo, Ohio. It's going on 7 o'clock. I still gotta do some grass cutting. But you know, right now it's the best time to cut your grass. If you care about your environment. Alright, so here you see the cops all pointing down, looking down. What is this guy doing? He's bending down like he's... Oh, did I drop something? He's looking down. Wasn't looking at the suspect, or the victim, guys. He was looking straight down for a second there. What did we miss here? Let's go back. Alright, so he's looking down here. But watch him change his entire posture here. Okay, this might be the gun. I don't know. Okay, so they're both looking down at him. They're getting handcuffs on him, right? She's pretty pissed. She stays behind the police car for some time. Again, this is the police car 744 with the North Carolina Police of Charlotte. I urge you to give them a call and demand that they release the footage to the public. Google their phone number, call it in. If we get a whole bunch of people calling them, maybe they will. You know, I mean, they're going to keep their protest going. Black Lives Matter has moved in and scooped underneath, and they're going to blow it up for as long as they can. That's what they do. I just had a chance to witness that first time when Trump was here in Toledo. I sort of trampled right through their little Soros show on the side of the road there, and it was sort of funny. But then at the end, one of the girls, she came up to me and said, "Hey, who are you with? Are you with us?" I was like, "No, I'm with the people." She was like, "What people? Them? Are you with them?" And I said, "No, I'm not a Trumper. I'm not with Trump. I'm not with Hillary. I'm just with the people. The people overall, the people of the world, the people of the country. I'm with you guys, the ones viewing this right now. I'm with you. We're just here together, trying to figure it all out." Now, as you see, she gets a little closer, and you can see the victim on the ground there. All right, so this officer is pointing at the wife right now. You, come over here, Stop recording this, alright? So they know what's going on. She's like, hell no, I'm standing right here and I'm recording you. Okay? It's the wife of the victim here who's in handcuffs. Notice his blue pants. Okay? Uh, yeah, now you can't really see what that thing was on the ground there. But this officer seems to be just standing here. I don't know. Dabu said he bent down at one point in a different footage. I gotta go cross examine that. Still, I was just more focused on this footage. So yeah, you see here, these two cops still got him. Still got him handcuffed and just sort of chilling. These two cops are overlooking. Now you can see here both doors are open to this vehicle. So what my guess is this officer here and this officer here were in this vehicle here because they're both wearing the same uniform. And this officer is B cop. He's the one who showed up in this vehicle here. All right. So these guys were the ones. These three were the ones serving the warrant. They're the ones that initially created this situation. This officer was just a responding officer, beat cop in the area. He's the one that's driving the 47 or the 74. I think it was 744. All right. So these guys might be state boys. It's unclear at this point for me anyway. They might have released that information. I'm not sure. So they're just sort of chilling. They don't seem very concerned on the situation. Okay. Now look over here. You don't see any glass on the ground. So I'm not sure if they broke any glass or if the victim just got out of the vehicle and you saw it, frame 51. He was just standing here. All right, we're at 117. We'll go back. I'll show it to you guys one last time. Frame 51. There's the officer pointing his weapon. Here's the victim standing here. It's frame 50. This is now frame 51. He has both hands to his sides, facing this direction. Here's one officer. Where did the other two officers go? There's one. My guess is they're both over here. There's one here. One over here. Okay. Now we can't see how the victim gets into this position. And we can't see who takes the shot. But he gets hit in the chest, turns around and falls down. We see him then in this position. Face down, behind the truck, in front of this cop car, between these other cars. Now you see the one cop. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. So there's 1, 2, 3. Cop right here, guys. Yeah, just caught. making his way back to the car. Probably to radio in an ambulance at this point, just because that's protocol, you know, to try to save the life of the victim. But yeah, as you see, she's here on the phone at this point. She's on the phone with the police, making sure that an ambulance is on the way. And she is realizing that her husband was shot and is in handcuffs and laying on the ground. And the officers don't seem to be doing anything about it. Again, these guys were trying to serve a warrant to a known suspect in the same area, and went ahead and forced this man out of his vehicle and then shot him. Now we're handcuffing him. Here you see him putting his gun back in his holster. Here you see him checking to see if he's still alive. My guess is he died fairly quickly. Um, he's now pointing. Where is he pointing at? Sort of uncertain. He's looking down. He's looking down. He's pointing. He's looking at her. Or is he looking at him? It's uncertain. He's on one foot right now. He's taking a step over this way. He stopped pointing. He's getting closer. He's now pointing in this direction. In the sun glare. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Now he's pointing over here. So he's probably directing what to do from here, you know. Okay, now we have to shut this scene down, you know. Keep these people back, keep those people back. Kind of shit. That's why that cop left the frame. He's going to do his thing. He commanded him to stay on her. He commanded that guy to go over there. Now he's telling him, you know, all right, when the ambulance gets here, you know, this is what we're gonna do. I don't know. You don't see too much more go on from this video. Now he's coming back. You know, this is the fourth cop that was issued the warrant. So there must have been two in each vehicle. This is one of the undercover vehicles. My guess is this is the van that the victim was in. And here you see he's checking his pulse. See if he's still alive. See if he's still breathing. That's probably what he's doing. He's radioing it in. Right here, you can see that. That looks to be a main road. Maybe this isn't a cul-de-sac. Alright guys, we're getting towards the end of the video. There's really not much more you can take from this. Except for this thing here. Is that the weapon that the man was holding? Was that there earlier? It's hard to tell. Is it not? Here he comes back. What's he doing? What's something in his hands? Okay, Freddy comes back. Okay, there's still something down there on the ground. That could be the gun. This is why we're doing this in real time, guys. I wanted you guys to see this. Alright, so all is still hovering around him. Looks like he gave him gloves. They got gloves on, I don't know. Oops. Yep, so now she's sort of backing away again, going out of frame with it. She's probably in a large state of shock at this point, seeing him laying there on the ground unconscious, non-responsive. Being in the situation is very stressful on the brain, and it's traumatic. It's what it is. It's very sad. Okay, here it is. You see him bending over at the object that I pointed out. Okay, there's the gun in his hand. He's picking the gun up. Okay, he just picked the gun up, guys. You saw that, right? He's putting it into his holster, into his little chest pack on his body armor. You guys see that? Right there in his hand. He picked the gun up off of the fucking pavement and now putting it in his police vest. Now today, the 24th, they released evidence claiming that the weapon had DNA of the victim. Now, do you think that DNA could have been tampered by that officer just now as he was picking that weapon up off the ground? I don't know, guys. You just saw it there live, as did I. What Dabu was talking about. He fucking bent over and picked something up and put it away in his little fanny pack. It appeared to be a weapon, a gun. So was that his whole role in this thing? Did he was he the one to well, let's go back. Okay, there's the gun. You see it right there. This is frame 151. Okay, 145. It's still there. Okay, 141. 10 seconds prior to it being there, it is not there. Here you see the officer's shoe. And he's looking over. All right, man. I want you to do this. Okay, here's the officer radioing the dispatch, talking to somebody on his walkie-talkie. He's pointing over in this direction. Keep an eye on the shoe. She's panning away. Okay. He's still on the radio. He's on the radio. He's doing something. He's doing something. He's moving his hands. He's talking to the other cop. Oh, come on. She's panning back. Alright, keep an eye on the ground. Y'all hear this and you see this, right? She's referring to us, the audience. She must have went live with this. Okay? Y'all hearing this and seeing it me, right? Here's the foot. Here's the shadow, but there doesn't seem to be a weapon over there. Okay, it's a minute 45. We're coming on 6 seconds till the shot where it comes in. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, you didn't see that? You guys didn't see that? There's probably nobody even watching this because they've already shut me down. So. Yeah, there's nobody watching this. Great. Alright, well, people are gonna watch this because it's gonna go viral. Did you fucking see that? Nothing there. 42, frame 42. I'm not making this up, guys. There is nothing there. He's pointing at that other officer. He's talking to that other officer. Okay. Frame 43. It happens really fast, guys. There's nothing there in frame 44, okay? Watch it. Nothing there. She just so happens to pan out for half a second. Here you see something fall. Something fall, right? And land. Did he just toss that gun down on the ground? I just figured it out. He's got a phone in his hand and he's taking pictures, right? Maybe that's what he's doing. He just tossed that gun on the ground to say, okay, throw that gun down. We're going to take pictures. Because that was not there 3 seconds ago. Okay, 2 seconds ago. It was not there. Wait for it. She pans away. Okay. Did you see it? He just threw it. It hit the ground and bounced back. So it probably wasn't even loaded. Because what fucking cop in their right mind would throw a loaded gun on the ground? I don't know. I might be crazy, guys. But I'm pretty sure he just threw that gun on the ground from this man. This guy seems to be radioing it in. Now she's saying you all see this, right? She probably didn't even realize what he did. I don't know. She was probably freaking out. This is crazy, guys. So I'm going to let it play out again. You can rewind it. You can go Google it. Watch it on NBC's website. Download it. Play it in slow-mo on your own fucking computer. You'll see it plain as day. Just like I just saw it with everybody live here on YouTube. This is Willman showing you that I don't believe this man had a gun. from this lady's perspective. We get it from the dash cam. What we won't see is the gun. We won't see it because it's on the ground. And he did not have his hands up. He had them on his side. And they just shot him because he was non-responsive, because he had his brain damaged. And then so to make it all right on their end, they threw a gun down on the ground and said, "Oh, he had a gun." I don't know. I don't want to. I want to keep this opinionated free. That's why I'm just showing you the video at a slow rate, so you guys can see for yourself. Now she pans away again. And we have this officer now approaching again with something in his hands. This officer still on the radio, possibly waiting for the ambulance. This officer now rubbing his hands together. This officer still holding the victim. This officer now, watch this. Watch it very closely. Frame 151. Keep an eye on the gun, guys. She pans out. Keep an eye right there. You'll see it. Give it a second. I think it was frame 155. Again, I feel like shit. I apologize. My body's achy. My throat's sore. My nose is runny. And it's only the third day of fall, you know? It's like, fuck, man. That's what happens. My body's really prone to climate, to weather, to any energy, really. My body is like an energy sponge. And that's what happens when you do the work that I do. But it's okay. I don't mind it. I just deal with it. So as you see, she frames out, she pans away from the whole incident for a split second or two, getting a clean shot of that police car. And then we come back a second later, and you see, yes, you see the officer bent over, picking up the gun. And they're all just sort of standing around the guy, the victim, I'm sorry. They're all just sort of standing around him, looking down at him, like, okay, we shot him, he's in handcuffs. Oh wait, that's not the right guy? Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the look on the cop's face when they realize that that's not the right guy that they were looking for, you know? I just don't understand how you go through life doing your job unprofessionally. You know, it took time for you to get to the position you're in, and this is how you treat that badge, you know? I don't know, it's just sad, man. So they're saying a black cop shot him, right? Well, the only black cop in this frame is the guy who's been giving all the orders the whole time. This guy right here. He's been directing this whole thing. You do this, you do that. You throw the gun down, alright, now you pick it up. And now he's just standing there like a soldier, you know, just waiting for his orders. Not much you can do right now. Just wait for your command. I don't know, guys. It's sad. what America's coming to. Our civilians aren't even safe anymore from just spending a nice day in the car reading a book. Apparently, is what he was doing, waiting for his son from school, get home from school. Now that son's gonna grow up without a father and probably hate police officers for the rest of his life, you know? Because his father was put in this situation. It's just sad, guys, and I just wanted to show you what they're showing us, but in a slower mode, so you could really take it in and understand what's going on, because there's something going on here, and it's gonna go on night 5 here in about an hour or two, I bet. And there's gonna be protests again in North Carolina. There's gonna be protests in Atlanta. There's gonna be protests in New York, and I guess there's talk about protests in Dallas, maybe, possibly California. That's the plan. They're just trying to get all these people protesting. And then when everybody's protesting everywhere, that's when they're going to mobilize and neutralize the threats. And that's when they're going to tell you, hey, you have to go to your nearest Walmart because that's the only place that we have safe. Because the people are rioting because cops are shooting people. And then they get us in these Walmarts that are actually FEMA camps. And then you'll begin to realize that this is actually Nazi Germany. And this is World War III. And we are the Germans. And the people in charge are Hitler. Do some history, guys. I really don't want to bring all that up in this video, but it just pisses me off that people like this have to be victims for their agenda. It's just sad. So, uh, we'll shut this video down. Not much more you can take from it, really. The wife is just very upset and patiently waiting the ambulance to show up at this point, I would imagine, because she can't really do anything. She doesn't want to get shot herself. He seems to be in police custody at this point. They have not moved him from this position for several minutes now. Well, several seconds now, I guess. From from frame, I'd say 60 to now. You know, because in frame 51 he was standing there with his hands by his side. Past that, she gets freaked out, runs away, points the camera away. Shots are fired. He ends up on the ground, handcuffing him by frame 105 or 107. And then frame 1, I think it was 115, he drops the gun. And then by frame 150 or 140 something, he picked the weapon up, put it in his pouch. And at this point, 205, she's backing away again. And they're still just huddled around him. Looks like they're taking photos now, maybe. They're just looking at their phones. You see them all be looking at their phones. Maybe this is when they're realizing it's not the right guy. Now she's asking, that's okay. You all call the police. I mean, did you call an ambulance? It's just sad to see this popping off every day, you know? A couple days after this, you know, I did once And let's see the last frame here. Now, I'm not sure if this is the whole video, guys, because this is being showed to us by NBC News exclusive, right? So they could have easily cut this video and chopped it. That's another reason why I ran it frame by frame, to see if there was a frame that didn't fit, you know, a transition from one frame to the next. You see how it goes click, click, click. Those are frames. And that's what creates a video. A whole bunch of still frames going at a rapid speed. That's what a motion picture is. So what I was looking for was evidence of it being chopped. And I was just trying to get a cleaner image of the entire video because, well, I just didn't, you really couldn't make out what was taking place with the footage that NBC released, which was the same footage. I just slowed it down to frame by second. All right, guys, I have to go. It is getting dark out. I've been on here too long. I did want to update with something that's popping off in Washington State at a mall. It happened last night, but okay, here we go. You see this? No, you're not seeing this. Okay. Male enter the mall. With a rifle, and this is the image they released. He was inside of a Macy's at the Cascade Mall in Washington State. This is the image. Seems to be probably anywhere from, I'd say, 17 to 28, maybe. Looks fairly young. Not real facial hair. Maybe a small mustache and some under chin hair. They're saying he's Mexican or Hispanic. I'm thinking he's, you know, Middle Eastern. He's carrying a rifle. Looks like he's wearing just some regular basic clothes, a t-shirt and some sports shorts or something. You know? I don't know, guys. Apparently he shot 4 people, girls and 1 male. I don't know too much about the story. I'll have to do a bigger update. I just wanted you to know that transpired last night during the protests down in North Carolina. And this happened in Washington State. What I'll show you here, I don't know if it's going to broadcast it. Stop sharing. Screen share. To close the video out, here's another shot of the that's not even the right fucking image. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. What are you guys seeing? Okay, you guys are seeing this? I'm sorry. No, you're not seeing anything else. Alright, never mind, guys. Alright, well, this has been Will Man. The live update, 9/24/2016. I want to thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other videos. A couple interesting ones on there. Feel free to drop me a message or whatever. Um, I've been working on my pineal gland shit, but haven't put anything out there yet. If you're interested in tuning in at all, and that's what I do. I'm a shamanistic worker, practice with the energies and frequencies of existence. Um, so keep a lookout for those kind of things. I'm trying to put some videos together, share my knowledge, wisdom with the righteous ones I seem to come in contact with me, or shall come in contact with me, I should say. No, but all right, man. Y'all be cool out there. Keep an eye in the sky for them chemtrails and breathe lightly. I don't know, but yeah. So, all right, peace all.